Hello. Hi, I'm Abhi Katyal. This is a general astrology update. Today is August the 20th, 2018. We have a full moon in the sign of Pisces on August the 26th. Mars goes direct on August the 27th. Mercury just went direct on August the 18th. This is all Pacific Standard Time, West Coast, United States dates. You can apply it to however it is that stuff is happening for you. On the 23rd, the sun enters the sign of Virgo. So let me just chronologically go through those dates again for anyone who's interested in the dates, and then we'll dive into, it'll take me less than a minute. August the 18th, Mercury goes direct. Yes. In the sign of Leo, where we had the eclipse on August the 11th. I need to make that correlation and new moon. August the 23rd, in 3 days' time, the sun enters the sign of Virgo. August the 26th, full moon in Pisces. August the 27th, Mars goes direct. These are all, especially Mercury going direct and Mars going direct, are all longed for dates because we're waiting for these dates in order to move forward. Let me summarize and tell you in a sentence what I want you to do this week. It is time to start moving forward and taking action. The energies of the planets may not be entirely supportive of taking actions, but your intention needs to be to start making some decisions. Why do I say that the energy of the planets are not conducive to taking action? I find that when Mercury goes direct, finally, so Mercury was moving forward. This is Mercury moving forward, went retrograde, and then on August the 18th has started to move forward again. All in the sign of Leo. All in the sign of Leo. I find often it is said that when Mercury goes direct, give it a couple of days so that the energies can clear. I kind of find that it takes 4 or 5 days for Mercury retrograde-like things to stop happening. Technology snafus, delays, being late for meetings, traffic, things getting lost. More importantly, the wind doesn't entirely get behind your sails in order to move forward. That said, Mercury is now stationary direct, starting to move forward. Let's take a step ahead of Mercury and let's start. The biggest reason I'm saying this is that August the 11th was a new moon solar eclipse. As far as the partial solar eclipse is concerned, I will always maintain that that has its own 2-month timeline. So August the 11th to October the 11th. So the fact that it's a partial solar eclipse is less interesting to me this week. As we head towards October the 11th, I will ask you more around what it is that could have meant. The fact that Mercury was retrograde at the time of the August 11th solar eclipse makes me think that I will still look forward to the September 11th date that I have been saying in these videos, not because anything will happen on September 11th, but because by that date, my assumption is that we really will feel that decisions have been made and the wind is behind our sails and we are moving forward. And be careful what you wish for. To some extent, having this kind of held-in energy and space has meant that as frustrating as it is that decisions are not getting made and we're not moving forward and we ourselves are indecisive and are going over past decisions and are dealing with, we're not dealing with the next phase. The next thing is not here. Once that next thing is here and once that forward movement is here, then you might cry uncle, make the stop. We're finally moving forward, and so things have to be left behind, and actions have to be taken, and decisiveness is the order, which means that certain things need to be given up in order to make decisions and not be an indecision between two different ways or paths. The purpose of the last 3-6 weeks on some level has been, if you are reaching points of decisiveness, has been to slow you down for any one of the following 3 reasons: to make you revise your decision, to make you think of a new creative solution that somehow takes that decision in a slightly different direction, still in the same direction, but there's something creative, but the rethinking has made you think, maybe there's a middle option. And the third is to reconfirm that decision because things happened that made you feel like, yeah, no, I was right the first time. Any doubt or any hesitancy can be removed. Some of that is getting removed now, and certainly after Mars goes direct on August the 27th, as I will always maintain as we head towards September the 11th, we will start moving forward. Whether it is in a completely opposite direction of what we were deciding prior to June the 26th, whether it is in a similar direction to what we were thinking at that time, but with some twists added in, or whether it is simply in that direction with being in this pause space. The reason why I'm saying take action and start moving forward is we have a new moon, partial solar eclipse, but we have a new moon on August the 11th. And with the new moon, things want to crest at the time of the full moon of August the 26th. And if you've noticed after August the 11th, no matter if Mercury has been retrograde or not, I would hazard to say that within 48 hours of that new moon, on August the 11th, there was greater productivity, you got your crap together, you started to be more productive, you started to move forward, you started to take action. Was it as much or as decisive as you would like it to be? No. Mercury is still retrograde and Mars is still retrograde, but you started to move. This week, Mercury stationary direct is now direct. Let's take advantage of the fact that this week things are starting to and trying to crescendo to the time of that full moon. Yes, at the time of that full moon, Mars, the planet of drive and action and taking no prisoners and getting things done, is going to be practically still in the heavens. But let us at least resolve to start making some decisions and see how things start to happen as a result of that. The key word that I've used in the videos for the last 2 weeks, patience, remains the key word, but now I will say that let us partner it with an intention to start making some decisions. That's a lot of words. Intend to decide. Intend to move forward. As Mercury gathers movement as the week goes on, you may find that you're having more conversations. You may find that you're thinking about things more. You may find that mentally, verbally, in writing, you are starting to take certain actions to clarify and move forward in a direction. Once Mars starts to go direct next week, as we head into the first week of September, towards September the 11th, you may find that your actions are starting to get behind it as well. A couple of things about Mars. Mars' current focus. Mars was in Capricorn, then it moved into Aquarius, and it was moving in Aquarius, and then it went retrograde in Aquarius July the 26th. No, June the... when did it go retrograde? Oh yeah, at the end of July. No, at the end of June. 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 Mars went retrograde, June the 26th, in the sign of Aquarius. Then it's moved back into Capricorn right now. It's going to go direct in Capricorn on August the 27th. And on September the 11th, it'll move back into Aquarius, where the July 27th lunar eclipse was. So if there were activities where you were meant to release something that were accelerating from May the 27th to May the 27th, I told you Mercury is still slow. May the 27th to July the 27th. Mars' re-entry into this part of the chart on September the 11th, and Mars will be here till November the 15th, will give you the push to act on the eclipses. By September the 12th, and I'm going to go over all this when I do my next astrology update, whatever the July partial solar eclipse was that I was trying to bring to you will start to make itself clear, and by October the 11th, whatever the August, I'm going to stop there so that I don't confuse you. Let's just resolve to start moving forward and start making some decisions. You may not get to those decisions till later this week. resolve to start making those decisions so that at least everything else can start to align around it. Start having those conversations, start trying to talk to some people, start trying to clarify things in your head. Let's start to move forward. Mars goes direct on the 27th. And then as we head into September and as we head towards September the 11th, everything can really start to align to move forward there. Now, prior to September the 11th, at present, Mars, as I described to you, was in Aquarius, going direct, went retrograde, moved back into Capricorn, is in Capricorn right now, will go direct on August the 27th. While it is in Capricorn till September the 11th, you may find that you are dealing with issues, going back over and dealing with and revisiting issues that you were tackling, where a lot of your energy and drive was between March the 17th of this year and May the 16th of this year. That's an interesting little tidbit that I will share with you. Okay. And once you hit September the 11th, whatever it was that was accelerating after May the 27th, but then hit some sort of a snag or a pause button, will start to move forward again. And in fact, you will take action on those issues between September the 11th and November the 15th. So the rest of September into October, into the first half of November, will see you tying up and releasing whatever needed to be released. Clues for which should have come to you between June the 7th of 2017 to August 7th, 2017, and since February the 15th of this year, but especially accelerating for May the 27th of this year. How's that for a lot of dates and a lot of trivia? Go back and listen to this again, get a pen and pad of paper and write down these dates so you can have some fun while you're at it, while Mercury is going slowly direct. And you're still bemoaning the quality of your life and the fact that things are not moving forward nearly fast enough. Why did I say that the key word for this week remains patience? Because Mercury is slowly moving direct and Mars is still retrograde. Why did I say that the other key word, key phrase that needs to be added into it is resolve to make some decisions so that you can start moving forward in a decisive manner as the planets align? It's because we have this 1 week now where after that new moon on August the 11th, with Mercury going direct, you actually have some momentum to take advantage to what can crest, what can come to light, the pot that can boil over, an increase in activity as you head towards that full moon on the 26th. It is a full moon, and it isn't especially negatively or challengingly placed, but it is a full moon, which means that there will be an increase in activity. Certain things can come to light. Decisions can get made, even if there isn't a ton of action, because Mars, the planet of action, is going to be stationary. Got it. It's okay. But at least you can start to, and if things get heightened or things get emotional at the time of full moons, and the pot boils over and something is revealed, pay attention to it. Sometimes I'm not advocating drama, but sometimes you need to pay attention to the meltdown, whether it is your own or someone else's. And even if it doesn't get full external expression because you are somehow just a realized human being, at least see what is happening internally, emotionally, as something that can point you towards a subconscious or emotional truth. For all you know, it might be leading you towards the truth with a capital T. So take advantage of the full moon. It happens for a reason. The disk of the moon is lit up for a reason. In its positive contexts, offers and things may come to you, and decisions may get made, and things may be sent to you to sign, or you may make some decisions. In a more challenging context, it can lead to the pot boiling over, a certain amount of emotional confrontation, etc. But, you know, it's all all for a reason, okay? That is my astrological update for this week. We've crossed 2 of the gates that have been holding us back. The final eclipse on August the 11th, Mercury going direct a couple of days ago. Yay! And now Mars will go direct on August the 27th. But before then, we have a full moon. I know I repeat myself in these videos, but I find that it's helpful. And between now, since August the 11th, within 48 hours, more productive, more action. Now, come on, let's get moving. Even more action, more productivity. Align, intend to start making decisions. I'm saying intend because I know that with Mercury being slow, the decisions may take some time in coming. And then with Mars going direct, it may take time to implement those decisions. But if you intend to say, all right, we're done, I have revisited, enough has been held in suspension, I really want to go ahead and start moving forward on a few things, then at least you will be ahead of the curve. And pay attention to what comes up around this full moon on the 26th, as always. All right, always a pleasure. I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.